Good evening, Demon Phil here. We got another show we're going to have for you this evening. As always, if you'll let me know you can see and hear me over here in the comments, I'd appreciate that. And then let's go ahead and get those shares rocking and rolling out there. Got a good one for you again tonight. We're going to have some fun with this one, go over some new information, and find out what's going on in the world of my guest tonight. So if y'all go ahead and let me know you can see and hear me, I'd appreciate that. So I know everything's working well on my end. And while that's happening, if we can get those shares going, my guests are going ahead and doing the shares on their end as well. So we're going to have some fun. So let's see. Hopefully everybody had a good day and stayed safe. Wash your damn hands. All the normal stuff. Of course, you should be doing the normal stuff on a normal basis anyway. Just saying. All right, we're going to give this about another minute or so. Make sure we've got a few more people trickling in here, and we will get up and running here very shortly. All right, let me go ahead and yank the banner down. All right, let's go ahead and make this official. So Demon Phil's hell of a show. We got another one good, another great one going on tonight and everything. Before I get started into all that, I want to go ahead and thank my sponsors in this. First and foremost, Sub-Zero Mission. Everybody knows that's a big one with me because they go out in their area and save lives by going ahead and giving the tools necessary to survive the winter months for homeless vets that are out there. So if you don't know enough about this one, reach out to me and I will give you all the information you possibly need to go ahead and figure out how you can go ahead and support this as well. Then we've got Totally Rad Comics by Jim Noble, the Clown King himself. We have got Codex Entertainment, Luis Torres, who has Lilo the Demoness and Ace and Starlet. And we have got Naughty Fairies, which is Wendy Steen Shaner, also is a sponsor on here. We have also got Third Empire, which I had them on last night as guests, and we had a great time getting to know them a little bit better, at least some of them anyway. The Third Empire is fairly large. And, of course, Pantsless Pizza. We can't forget about my girl, Pantsless Pizza. If you don't know enough about that one, big reveals coming up in the very near future. I am working on that. And there's one other one, and no, I didn't forget it. I left it for the very end on here because it is 183 Degree Studio. Well, that is actually Cara, Nicole, and Alfred Trujillo, and they are my guests tonight. So let me go ahead and invite them on here, and let's get this going. So we got Cara and Alfred.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey.
Welcome to the show. Appreciate y'all being here.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Hey, absolutely, absolutely. I was looking forward to it because we talked about it prior to my move, and I said, I want to get y'all on as one of my first guests whenever I get back on here because we have a lot of fun, but there's also some information that I want to get out there on some of your stuff that you're doing. But before we get ahead of ourselves on this, if anyone doesn't know who y'all are, if you'll go ahead and start off with Cara on this one, tell them who you are, what you do, and where to find you.
Well, I'm me, and I'm right here. But I am also known as Arizona Power Girl. And my name is Cara Nicole, and I am the co-creator of Firebitch and just finished my last book, Confessions of a Cosplay Diva.
Which did very well at that.
I hope so.
Well, I mean, is the Indiegogo still? I mean, it's not the Indiegogo.
Yeah.
The Paradox, is it still going?
We will be shipping as soon as everything gets in. So yes, the Crowdox and the Indiegogo are both still up. Same with Firebitch. The Indiegogo, you can still get Firebitch through Indiegogo. Cool. But we are waiting on a few pieces and some books to still be printed. We just picked up a big load of books today.
Okay, very cool. And Alfred, what about you?
Oh, I'm just your standard comic book artist. I am part creator for Firebitch as well. Very excited about that. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit of like an echo here, so it's a little bit difficult to hear myself talk. But yeah, hopefully enough of you have heard about some of the things I've done. I do a lot of independent comic book covers for, a lot of the usual suspects, if you will.
That is very true. You've gotten your work out there in quite a few different projects that are going out, and it's interesting to see because it's a unique. Your style actually kind of evolves with the different creators that are on there. We'll be discussing about that here in a little bit as well.
Oh, I probably know about this.
But what I want to go ahead and start off with is everyone that came on here and saw at the very beginning, you saw that the background on here is actually Firebitch. So we want to kind of start off with that first and foremost because you have Firebitch 2 is coming out this month, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Absolutely. That's kind of what I'm working on right now. In fact.
So how much have we gotten done on that so far?
Not enough.
We're still in the scripting phase, so it's still a little bit of a ways, but we're getting a lot of the things out of the way necessary for making the campaign.
Well, that's good. It's coming out this month, if I'm not mistaken, correct? And it should be the end of this month is what you're looking at?
Yeah, we're going to be launching at the end of this month.
Excellent. Right in time for my birthday. Perfect timing.
Oh, happy birthday.
Oh, I'm past the happy birthday stage because, as the older you get and everything, it's where you want to go backwards and say, I want to stop having these. Because I can only be 29 how many times in a row? I don't know what the record is on that one.
I don't know if there's a limit.
So, as far as with Firebitch 2, what exactly are we doing that's different on there that you can actually talk about? Because I know with Firebitch 1, if you have not read Firebitch 1, shame on you for one thing. But you need to go ahead and get on top of that and get caught up on there because it's not just a fun read. It's not just a great read. It's an all-around. It needs to be in your collection. I'm not even gonna lie about it. It has.
Thank you for saying that. We'll send your check in the mail later.
You actually touch on some really good things. I know that a lot of times people are, especially collectors, are out for these amazing covers by these wonderful artists, and we do want to accommodate that. We do want to make sure that we get some of the best artists that we can to bring some new dynamic styles to Firebitch, but I want a story that people are really going to enjoy. I want, people to read this book and be excited about the story and laugh and cry and have all the feelings.
Oh.
And laugh
and it's one of those that's well-rounded. You've got quite a bit of, it's got a lot of emotion to it. It's not one of those that you pick up because you immediately, you look at the cover or you think of the name and you think it's just going to be one of those one-off, it's not going to be that big of a deal. It's actually got a really good storyline to it. It's got a really good message within it. If you mess with people, then, if you play with fire, then you're going to get
burned. You gotta get burned.
Oh my God. You all said that thing.
But I mean, it is. It's a really good setup with that, and it's really well done altogether. And I've done my reviews on it and everything, so I greatly enjoyed it myself. And don't get it just because I enjoyed it and because that kind of thing, but you just you want to look into it and see what's going on.
I don't care why you get it. Get it for whatever reason you want, but keep reading it because you love it and because you enjoy the story. Exactly.
And it's a lot of fun to go ahead and read through it and find out what's going on and everything with it. But it also has layers to it. So you're going through and it'll yank at your emotions a little bit on there, not in a way to where it's too heavy by any means. It's one of those that if you're having a bad day for whatever reason, pick up this book, read it, and you feel a lot better about things.
That's nice. I like that.
So what made you decide to go ahead and come up with Firebitch in the first place?
We didn't. We never decide to do anything. Stuff just kind of falls
manifests
out and manifests, and then it's our obligation to send it out into the world.
make it
So
not suck.
see, like supernaturally, it comes to us,
Whoa,
and we have a choice. We can either hide it away, in which case the universe is going to fight with us and be like bam, bam, boom, no, you got to get it out there. That's why I sent it to you, and then we will be greatly punished. Or we can send it out into the world and not be punished by the universe.
See, I didn't know about this stuff, and I feel like I should have.
No, I try to keep you in the dark to protect you.
I understand.
You're known as an accessory if you have too much information over there, Alfred.
That's true.
Yes.
So, whenever you did Firebitch #1, were you already prepared and thinking, I'm going to go ahead and write a part 2 on this, or were you waiting on seeing what the fans were going to come up with on it?
No, we pretty much have the first story arc like all developed, ready to go.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, we even had a lot of the preliminary script stuff done for it, so it's not a big deal.
Very cool.
Oh, it's always a big deal.
Not a big deal at all.
Always a big deal.
Now, I know whenever you, hey, Scott, what's going on? Appreciate you being here.
Hey, Scott.
So I know whenever you did part 1, you came up with the music that you set to it, basically like a soundtrack, and you've got instructions on where to have the music going along with the book. And I was finally able to go ahead and do that, and it does work very well. It is fun.
You're the one.
Yes, I'm so glad you did that. Other creators had talked about doing something like that. I'm like, oh yeah, we already did that. It's done. And I really wanted something that was not pigeonholing into any one generation or any one style. I wanted to expand it into like the true feelings of each page and each scene.
Exactly. And I agree. I mean, it did so much with it, and then adding the music to it just brings it to life almost.
Well, good. I think that's what we were going for.
Thank you, Steph. I appreciate that. There's a story coming off of this T-shirt here in just a little bit. So you definitely want to stick around for that, because this is the T-shirt that almost got me arrested. We'll leave it at that.
Oh, snap.
So we've got the soundtrack and everything, and that was great for #1. And then all of a sudden, y'all came out with a single on a of music there. Now, whenever I first heard about that, I was like, okay, what exactly did y'all do with this? I'm going to tell you right now, I listened to that on repeat many times going through the mountains, driving here, because it's a long, long drive. And it's a great, upbeat, keeps you going song. So if you haven't heard it yet, you need to definitely get on that.
Yeah, I think you're right. People definitely need to get on that. And if you like that first song, just wait until the second one.
And I definitely am, because I heard y'all mention about that, and I'm definitely looking forward to that. But
so am I. When's it coming out, Alfred?
So I think it's going to be next week. There's a lot of hoops to jump through with iTunes and all that stuff to distribute it. So working on it.
And I know right now you can get it on Spotify. It's already on there.
Yeah, the Firebitch song is on Spotify and iTunes, Apple Music. It's on Napster and basically any online store. I think it's even on Amazon too.
But the other one.
The other one? Yeah, that's coming.
Wow, I'm tired of waiting.
Sarah's not good at waiting.
It's so good. I'm so happy with it. Like the first one is a lot of fun, but the second one is I think the second one is really well, they're both very indicative of the book.
Yeah, we try to do something that really complemented some of the aspects of our story and our characters.
Well, and I don't think people realize what we go through when we write anything. And, people think, oh, it's so great. You guys live together and you work together and you're married. It's so romantic. And it's like, no, it's like a girl fight.
Yeah.
You have to have Lemonade as the referee. Is that why you have Lemonade there? Is to referee all this?
Well, some sad news about that. We had a super hot day and Lemonade didn't make it. So, yeah.
Now, how
Well,
did?
that's not funny. She died.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
She passed away.
I did not know.
Yeah, we didn't really put it out there or anything.
Kind of just like said it real quick, and we just don't want to,
Yeah. So how did you? Whenever you were doing the music and everything, how did you come up with actually doing the music and the lyrics and everything yourself? I mean, how did that come
Because
together?
Alfred is a genius.
No, I don't think that's it.
It is. Alfred just like comes up with stuff. He doesn't think, he just does.
So there's no telling what could come up tomorrow, but just because the math.
No, you really have no idea.
See, Alfred doesn't actually exist as a person. He's more like an entity. So instead of thinking about something and then writing it down and then, putting it out into the world, it just like radiates out of it. It's like, oh, you know what I mean? Like I don't think you guys even understand. Alfred doesn't eat. He doesn't sleep. I just make his meals and just throw them in the toilet to try to like, pretend that I have an actual physical husband.
Man. Meanwhile,
Sex is so weird. You don't
I'm
even
over here thinking that I'm real, like a sucker.
You're not.
Sorry about that.
Oh, we're going to go straight into sorry about Cara on that one, aren't we?
Yeah, I think we should. It's pretty safe bet to just do that.
So the shirt that I'm wearing, because people can see that and everything and know, because it is available through y'all to go ahead and purchase. I'm going to go ahead and say that there needs to be a disclaimer against elderly people who want to know what it means and are very aggravated whenever they don't find out. There's a story that goes with this.
Yes.
So, and y'all have been waiting on this story, I know. So, the way that this works is I went into a grocery store, and of course, we have the whole, you have to wear the mask, yada, yada, big deal. Not a big deal with that, no problem. But I went out there with my sorry about Cara t-shirt, didn't think anything about it. I just figured, putting on whatever, who cares? Most people are in pajamas or whatever, so nobody really cares. I went to the grocery store and I went down this one particular aisle. I was making sure I was using the correct arrows, everything, making sure nobody was upset with me. This one elderly woman looks over at me and she reads my shirt out loud. Sorry about Carla? And I said, no, sorry about Cara. And she looks
right.
Who? And I said, sorry about Cara. Okay, so she kind of let it go at the time. I went to turn to take off down the aisle, down another side, finish my shopping, because I thought I could do that. And she grabbed the side of my shirt on the arm and like pulled me over. And she said, who's Cara? And I said, she's a cosplayer. She does business in comics and stuff. Thought that was going to be it. I went to turn and she still had a hold of it. And she goes, who's Cara? And
Oh my God.
thinking, okay, what did I just walk into with this? So I went to turn again. She finally let go, but I went around the corner of the aisle and she's screaming it down the aisle. Who's Cara?
That question was going to haunt her till the end of her days. She was going to die, like not knowing who Cara was and just could not have that happen.
So I didn't know how bad it was going to get, but I had to get out of the area because I didn't know if she was fixing to, rip the shirt off of me or something. I didn't know what was
She was
about.
going to find out who Cara was one way or another.
We're gonna find you. We're gonna tell you.
Oh.
So that was my experience up there with that one, which was one of those things that you couldn't see my face because I had the mask on, but I was smiling up a storm underneath there because I was like, this is the funniest stuff.
That's hilarious. That's really funny to me, at least, because I was
there to get all physical and everything, and so I just had to get away. But her screaming down the aisles was just great to go ahead and end it.
It was great.
So y'all had some free publicity on that one in that grocery store, so I'm sure everybody's kind of hearing that going.
You know, like I feel like everybody should ask about this shirt whenever you go out. Like that would just be better for me.
So if you got a huge influx in purchases from New Jersey for the shirt, now you know why.
You're the one. Yes, I was wondering about that.
But it was fun. But, yeah, so you've got Firebitch on there. You've got the music and stuff, but you also just finished up with Confessions of a Cosplay Diva, which did very well. And greatly looking forward to seeing exactly, how the books look and everything. Because I know you had the mock-ups and all there, but they always look so much better in the fans' hands.
Oh yeah, they do.
So I'm greatly waiting on that to happen with that, and plus there were a lot of stretch goals that were opened up throughout all of that.
Yes.
Did we end up reaching the last of the stretch goals, or did we get pretty close to it?
I think we reached all of them.
We reached everything, and we added 3 more.
Okay.
So yeah, no, we hit everything.
I was
Surely they won't reach those goals, and you were wrong.
Now we're waiting on those to arrive.
Yes.
So I know that you've got Firebitch 2 is going to be coming out the end of this month, but I know that you also have something else that you're working on that is on Kickstarter right now that you did a cover for, if I'm not mistaken, Cara.
Oh, we got a couple of things.
Would that be the
Sapphire Spectre by JT Malloy. That is currently 2 days into funding, I believe.
He's at like $5,000.
It's like
from
$5,000.
this morning, yeah. Isn't that awesome?
Killing it.
And JT is so humble and peaceful and mild-mannered and quiet.
Well, he's supposed to be a guest on my show here pretty soon, so I just want to make sure he's not going to be too scared about getting on here if he's all.
No, he's a great guy.
He's awesome, yes. We like him a lot.
What's up, Russell? Welcome to the show.
Hello, Russell. How are you?
Hey, Russell.
So with those going on there and everything, I know you've got some other projects that you've got coming up as well, some of which you have to be hush-hush, and I do understand that.
Well, there's some where we really want to talk about them already, and they just need a little bit more stuff. So, like, we're working on something with Codex, and I don't believe that has a title, but the whole first script is done, and it has multiple writers, and we have an artist getting done, but there's not a title for the book yet, so I'm not sure how we can start talking about that already.
Yeah, that was a really interesting one, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And I get very excited about some of these, and it's like, no, it has to be like this.
But that is another thing that I wanted to go ahead and bring up too, is because even with, Alfred, you've got the artist background. Cara, you have got a lot of the cosplay that you do and everything. But what I want to bring up is you two have a lot of business acumen that you run through on here that works very well and is incredibly successful in doing so.
We do.
So how do you actually go ahead and put that together? What's the, as Brian Polito says, the secret sauce that you use to go ahead and make that work?
Okay, so what we do is we travel all over the place, and then I have to go to the bathroom, and then I see about 27 people along the way that I have to stop and talk to. And eventually, sometimes I make it to the bathroom, but a lot of times I just don't. And then Alfred's like, what took you so long? Why you gotta be gone all the time? I know you're just talking to people. And I'm like, but then I ran into so-and-so, and then I ran into such and such, and then I got talking about a thing, and here's a card. And we do this for about 10 years, and eventually we have this business.
For about 10 years. Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
And Enrico is here. Thank you for being here. Enrico says, great comic art and stories. Absolutely.
Oh, Enrico.
Absolutely. And Justin Hunt is here too. Thank you for being here, Justin. And we have got Matt Knowles in here too. We got a full boat in here tonight.
All right.
Did you see what Louise said?
No.
He said, "I'm sorry, but I don't think I want to hear about Alfred's secret sauce." He's Mexican. It's tapatio.
Now I want some.
Let me go ahead and make sure that this is in focus. There we go. Sorry about that.
Sorry about that.
But it's fun, and the way that you go ahead and you do the projects and you do the campaigns and all is not just about getting the money in there and getting everybody onto it with that. It's about making it fun and making it interactive for the fans. And we actually get excited on the side while you're doing things, because you'll set goals that'll be like, Alfred's going to do more work. So if we have to Alfred to do more work on this.
Well, there you go.
So it makes it fun, but we do get more out of it too, which is great.
Yeah, we try to make it be kind of an event, a little bit of a whole thing.
There we go. Justin Hunt says, I'd love to do a Firebitch cover. Like, why not?
Because you don't even have a profile picture. How do I even know you're real?
Oh.
Stranger danger.
Are you coming at me in a white van?
Oh, snap.
I think he upgraded to the black.
Show me what you got.
Yeah, we're not difficult.
Upgraded to that black panel van. I don't think he's got the white one anymore.
Damn, Bill took that to another level.
I'm going to go ahead and point out right over here on the side where it says, I'd like to apologize to anyone I have yet to offend. Please be patient, and I'll get to you shortly. So this is over here like my disclaimer for the show now. This is always showing just for these kind of things.
See, but I'm allowed to get away with these things because I'm a stand-up comedian. So that's like an all-inclusive, I get to get away with stuff.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And Justin said he does have a profile picture there that you're actually friends on Facebook.
Yeah, that's weird.
Why
I don't know why
it's my joke, man? You gotta be that guy. You're like that old lady, like trying to have poor Phil arrested over there for wearing a shirt.
Just because she didn't know who Cara was.
Jeez. You gotta be like, why don't you know who Cara is?
I guess I got to start, carrying around Firebitch with me and be like, okay, if you know who she is, here, just look at it. Snatchables.
Yes.
So that's actually really funny because when I wrote this, I'm not like super huge into watching YouTubers or influencers or anything, but I will watch them from time to time. You know, those makeup videos where you're like watching and doing your makeup and trying to follow along, and they look all fantastic and you look like a lunch lady. And the new term is snatched. Like, oh my God, look at my makeup over here. See how this is totally snatched? That's a thing now.
Totally snatched?
I'm like, no. This is not a term you should use for describing your makeup.
They made fetch happen. I'm sorry.
You should not have made snatched happen.
Gerald says hello to you.
Hello to Gerald.
And wait a minute, do I want to know this one? Wow. Matt, appreciate that, by the way.
It's pantsless.
It's pantsless, exactly. So, yeah,
Yes.
we're not going to go into the details on that one, no. Oh, I love my crowd in here. They do make it fun to try to stay on track with things. So,
We have a track?
there's a soundtrack.
Are
Oh,
we
there we
supposed
go.
to be going someplace? I didn't know we had a direction. I think Alfred should release our new song.
Just release it.
No, I think you should just play it just for them.
Oh, we can do that.
Can we do that?
Exclusive on the show.
Maybe he'll have to see.
I'm opening my
Sun's out, boobs out, Bill's motto.
Yeah, that's definitely pork chop.
So was a pre-release, huh?
Are we doing it? We're doing a pre-release. Is that cool, Bill?
I am great with that.
So no one has heard this. I think that Luis might have heard it, and that's about it, right?
What? Luis heard this already? What's up?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know
I
who
think he
he
did.
explained it for. Did he? Was it Luis and Jim, I think?
Yeah, 1 second.
You know, Jim in Spanish is just him.
Russell, we're going to have to make this happen, I swear. Pantsless Con 2020, let it all hang out.
So we actually have what is a like a day that they do here in Arizona, and it's like No Pants Day or something, and people literally ride the light rail with no pants.
Really?
Yeah, it's like an evening where everyone just goes around. Do they just ride the light rail up and down the city with no pants on?
I had heard there was somewhere that did that. I didn't realize it was there.
Ooh, okay. Alfred, read Russell's comment because I want everyone to hear how you say this.
Luis must have listened to it in his super sweet Hyundai on a drive-by.
I know I'm laughing at him for saying it correctly, but it's funny.
I'm going to bring it up on the big screen so you can see it better. What was that again?
Luis must have listened in his super sweet Hyundai on a drive-by. You know, I said it the correct way.
He also says February.
February.
Don't you know it's February?
Anyway,
Library.
this song is ready if you guys
Is it
want
ready?
to listen.
Okay.
Ready? Oh, here we go. Let me bring it up on here.
And we got sound. Is that right? Let me make sure.
We have sound, I believe.
Let me know if you can hear this.
I don't hear anything yet.
No?
No. Whenever you do the share screen, did you click on share sound?
Let me do that again.
Okay.
Stop screen share.
I'm gonna go get another beer.
We almost have an exclusive. We're working on it.
Share audio. There it is. Okay. Now it's working. Let me know when that's up.
Let me bring this up.
All right. Ready?
Ready?
Do I have to go back to where I come from? Finally found a family that I don't belong. Because we're worlds apart, we knew it from the start. One day I'll be gone, but my fire goes on. I know that things are scary, but you're not alone. I'll always be there even when it's done. Woke up this morning to a new best friend. I thought that I would be alone until the end. And then you pick me up, now we're inseparable. And when all this is through, I'll still be with you. I had to go back to where I come from. I finally found a family, but I don't belong. Because we're worlds apart, we knew it from the start. One day I'll be gone, but my fire goes on. My fire goes on. Where I'm from, they hate what I say, hey, but you still love me anyway. I'll fly to heaven just to keep you safe. I'll set the sky ablaze. And with you by my side, you are my ride or die. And with my heart I say, we only have today. You knew I had to go back to where I come from. I finally found a family, but I don't belong. One day they'll come for me, and that day you will see. You are the best of me. And the fire goes on. Our fire goes on. Our fire goes on. The fire goes on and on and on. The fire goes on and on and on. And then you pick me up, now we're inseparable. And then when this is all through, I'll still be with you. You know I have to go back to where I come from. I finally found a family, but I don't belong. One day they'll come for me, but that day you will see. When we're finally free, and our fire goes on. Our fire goes on. Our fire goes on. Our fire goes on. Our fire goes on and on and on and on and on.
Nice.
That barking, that was a sample from Who Let the Dogs Out.
So it wasn't the. I mean, you guys kind of heard it before. It'll sound much better when you hear it through Spotify or iTunes.
Yeah, but we got the exclusive on there to go ahead and hear that. So that's the second song on there. So how many songs are we planning on doing? Are you planning on doing like a full CD
We
on?
don't know. We have a few songs. But we haven't
Yeah.
recorded all of them, so
Well, and we might do some covers as well, and get the rights to add those.
Okay.
they get the licensing, etc.
But I don't think we're gonna be doing like, what was it, like 28 songs or something like the last one was.
Yeah, that one, the soundtrack for that one was
more of a playlist. Yeah.
Yeah, it was more of a playlist, unofficial soundtrack.
Exactly, yes. So whenever I heard the first song and now this one on here, I can honestly tell you whenever I hear this, and of course I've read the book, the first one at least, I can see this where this would be an animated series on Netflix or something like that you would have, and that'd be your opening song would be the first one.
Well, you just tell all your Netflix friends, and we'll make it happen.
Well, Justin says Casey Kasem just called and said the Bangles want to do a cover of that.
Oh,
Well, we did have like that 80s feel, and that's very popular right now. And so we did want to kind of go with that. And Alfred actually has a really great like album cover for that as well.
Very cool.
yeah, let me-
Definitely looking forward to that. Justin said Adult Swim. It could be on Adult Swim. You're absolutely right.
I'll share that with you real quick.
You want me to share this on the screen, you said?
Sure, yeah. So when we have this out on Spotify and iTunes, etc., this is going to be the cover for it. That's going to be the artwork.
I like
We
that.
wanted to make it totally 80s.
Oh, absolutely. And we had contributions from all over the world for
Yeah, for both
for
the
this
songs.
song.
That is very cool. That is very cool. I mean, you're expanding on your brand that you've already got, where you've already been moving forward with this, and you're adding more elements to it, which are actually they're actually working together really well on there. But that actually started from the, like you said, unofficial playlist that you put with number one on there. And again, if you've got number one, then you need to get that playlist. Where is that playlist located that we can get that?
It's on Spotify, actually.
If
Alfred?
if you search for Firebitch on Spotify, it'll come up with the playlist.
Okay.
It'll also come up with the song too.
Yeah, I wasn't sure exactly how, how you did that.
And we're just gonna edit that first playlist, right, to add more songs for the second issue. So,
Is that what we're going to do, or are we going
I
to
think
add
so.
more, like, different
do a
songs?
different playlist? We could
I
do
don't
it.
know. I mean, we can do both. I mean, we can just keep on adding to it.
Yeah.
But like I said, I really wanted to make sure that we had a lot of different types of music for it, because I feel like it did go through a lot of that. So if you recall, there was a section where Taco is singing like all these 80s songs.
Mm-hmm.
And she says something like, listen to Grady's 80s on K whatever. So that's actually my friend Grady's radio show in Sierra Vista, Arizona. So like that's actually taken from that. And it is called Grady's 80s. And that's kind of where I got the idea from. And I did consult with him before I put it for sure in the books. Like, hey, this is something that I wanted to do. I always want to bring in like my people, like all of you are a part of these books. So when you see something that she posts online and she gets backlash, that's because people have said those things to me or to friends of mine. The way that Firebitch acts and behaves comes from some cosplayers that I know, sex workers online, which are really actually, I think the whole SW movement is a whole other thing, because these are all women who call themselves sex workers, but nobody has sex with anybody. I don't know if you know that. But so just all of this online behavior is all thrown into these books. And that's where, yes, it's exaggerated. It is on an alien planet, but so much of it is real. So when you recognize something from your life, take that as, yeah, because that's our life.
Exactly.
Alfred's over here laughing.
Like, I don't know what you just said, but if I say sorry about Cara, it probably fits right now.
If you see somebody saying something shitty to Firebitch, it's probably because one of y'all said something shitty to me.
Oh.
Or a friend of mine.
Oh, damn. There you go then.
Yeah. So, yeah, but I mean, it definitely, like I said, and I don't want to give away the spoilers if you haven't read it, which I don't know why you haven't, but you need to. But it does have a good storyline to it that'll kind of teach you about some morals, and it's in a fun way that it's done, though, because it's not one of those that she's not, it's not Firebitch is preaching to you saying you need to, do this way, do this way, do this way. It's basically saying whatever you put into it bad, you're going to get bad a lot more over. So you need to be careful about that.
Yeah.
David is in here now. David, appreciate you being here.
Does anyone see our cat in the background over here?
Talking about Felix?
Yes.
Oh, he's messing with the. Yeah, he's back there doing cat things.
Yes. Hi, Clinton. Hi, David. Later, Justin.
Yeah, and Justin's still serious about wanting to throw some pencils down for a cover, so y'all might want to get with him on that one.
We'll have to take a look and have a conversation.
He's done a few things with this other book, small thing is called Lady Death or something like that. I don't know. You might want to talk to him and see what he's got on there. I don't know how the resume looks. I mess with him, and anybody that's in here knows I mess with him on that because he messes with me other stuff too. But yeah, he's a great artist, so y'all definitely need to look at his stuff. Now, speaking of artists, Alfred, you're starting to get out there almost as much as Steph Wilson. Every time I see a crowdfunding, I see a Alfred Trujillo cover there. What's up with that? You've been busy.
Well, I have some great friends in the comic books, and I think it's awesome that they are using me on their projects, and they're using Cara for cosplay, and it's just been fantastic developing that network.
Now, are you still doing where you're drawing it and then Kara's doing the coloring on it, or for
Yeah,
the
we
most part?
usually do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the cheapest way to go.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Plus, if you have some things that you need to edit there or whatever, you can just go, tap him on the shoulder or whatever. You don't have to actually send emails and everything.
And that's my biggest thing. It's like,
Just doesn't want to email me.
you're doing that wrong.
Oh yeah, I am. Kara's actually working on a cover right now. I'm working on a cover too.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Is
Yeah,
it-
but mine's not for our stuff.
Is
Mine
it
is
things you can
actually
talk about or
for.
no?
Yeah. So launching Sunday, Florida Villainy, Krista Crawford is launching her Kickstarter for Wolf and I 2. The first Wolf and I was a Make 100 at the beginning of the year.
Okay.
You can also find her on Twitch as Florida Villainy. She's known as Dr. Villainy. And so her book is, I don't want to give too much away, but it's called Wolf and I, and there's Wolf and there's Girl, and
the story's
girl's
pretty
name is
intricate.
Violet.
She
Yeah.
goes really into setting up this like lore that involves a lot of like really cool fantasy
yeah.
elements, and the character that gets kind of like thrust into it.
Cool. And you said that launches on Sunday?
Sunday,
Oh,
yes.
nice.
And she will be on Twitch doing a 12-hour stream.
What? That's crazy.
I know, isn't that nuts? That's awesome.
That's super cool.
12-hour stream. So definitely look up Florida Villainy on Twitch and get in on the Wolf and I. She has some really great stretch goals too.
Very cool.
So she did an enamel pin on hers also, which is, for those of you that don't know, I mean, that's like an expensive stretch goal. So I always appreciate when people go above and beyond like that.
Exactly. And Matt said, Krista Crawford freaking rocks. Day one backer here on Sunday. I will beat out Phil for the #1 spot.
Nice. Yes, do it.
All right. So
Yes.
we're going to have to see about this.
And and she is going to have a cosplay cover, but it's not me. It's her. So that's very exciting.
Yeah, she told me that you gave her that idea.
Yeah. I also gave her the outfit if she uses it.
Oh, we'll see.
Nice. Because I know you've been busy doing some cosplay over there as well for your
Yes.
Patreon and everything, because you
Well-
just did your Jessica Rabbit.
Yes, I did. And we did a video for that as well. So take a look at my YouTube. So the song that she sings in Roger Rabbit.
You know, you should play that right now. This would be a pretty good time.
If Phil wants to find it, do I have the link for that?
Yes.
I don't know how much time we have, Phil. I don't want to take up all your time.
No, you're good. As long as, ask the audience. Audience, would you like to go ahead and watch this video real quick of her doing with the Jessica Rabbit? Let me know.
I actually have a lot of videos.
Why don't you share your screen?
Well, I was just going to send the link,
Oh, yeah, you can do it too.
and that way Phil can do it.
That way if something goes wrong, it's on me.
That way, yes. Here, I'm going to send it in the private chat, and then Phil can do it.
Oh.
And then Alfred's going to have to make a new t-shirt that says, sorry about Demon.
Yes, right?
Okay, we got play it, yes. So yeah, they definitely want to see this.
Corona.
Okay, so I just had it sent to me. Give me a moment to go ahead.
So this is actually Cara singing and me playing blues guitar.
He has to specify blues guitar. Like he got a separate guitar, but he
It's
didn't. He
different.
just used the
Very
regular
different.
guitar that he has. I'm just saying.
Just saying.
Okay. And Matt's right. I did an exclusive reveal on his stuff last night after my show, and now I'm doing y'all's tonight. So this is all kinds of fun.
You dropped it, y'all.
Getting the first look.
All right, so let me go ahead and set this up.
I like that you said y'all.
Oh.
Well, I am back in the South, so it's going to get more and more of the drawl now.
You had plenty money, 1922. You let other women make a fool of you. Why don't you do right like some other men do? Get out of here, get me some money too. You're sitting down wondering what it's all about. You ain't got no money, they will put you out. Why don't you do right like some other men do? Get out of here, get me some money too. If you had prepared 20 years ago, you wouldn't be a wandering now from door to door. Why don't you do right like some other men do? Get out of here, give me some money too. I fell for your jiving and I took you in. Now all you got to offer is a drink of gin. Why don't you do right like some other men do? Get out of here, get me some money too. Why don't you do right? Why don't you do right? Why don't you do right like some other men do?
Very cool. Yeah, it's yeah. I don't know if it's the Firebitch thing or whatever, but it's a little warm in here, so I'm just trying to. No, that was very cool. I like that. And it starts right
I'll
off.
play the next song.
Exactly.
That's funny.
But see, that's cool whenever you do that because that was strictly mainly for your Patreons because they got the photos and everything of you in that dress. And as I recall, you made that dress with Shannon, correct?
I did. Shannon helped me out. It was a very interesting project. So I don't have a machine that's strong enough for straight sequins. Like that whole fabric was all sequins. So it was a very heavy, heavy dress. And you just can't work it by yourself. So she had ordered snaps. She really just killed it. And I couldn't have done it without her.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm actually working on trying to get her on as a guest to go ahead and talk about all of the stuff because I thought it was mainly just Coffin Comics where she was doing that. She's actually branching out and working on a lot of projects.
Oh, yeah.
And more people are wanting the jeweled covers, and that is Shannon.
Oh, that is. And she's so talented that she can just take something. And sometimes people will send her these books that have like nothing for jewels. And she has to use her own artistic style to create that palette.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and the
in
last
fact, you have some covers that she's going to be doing for Confessions of a Cosplay Diva, and those are going to be
I do.
exactly.
awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, because I was just fixing to say, I thought you had, was it 1 or 2 covers that she was doing?
Just one for
Just
this
the one,
one.
okay.
Yeah, for this one. But Shannon does a lot with me. It's very convenient because she lives like right there.
That does make it easier for certain.
Yes, and we used to take our dogs to the park together, and so it's
So
just
with the Patreon, how does that work for people who want to get involved in that? What are they looking at getting out of it? You know, that kind of thing.
so Patreon's great. It's just a small monthly fee, and you can join at whatever level you want, anywhere from $5 to $100 per photo set. And I pretty much just do it once a month. Every once in a while, it will be a couple of photo sets per month, but usually it's just one. And I'll throw in like freebie sets, like little mini sets and micro sets with holidays. 4 times a year, I do a collector's card. So Jessica Rabbit will be a collector's card as well for anyone at the $10 level and up. And then I also have a private Discord group where I do small group Zoom meetings, kind of like this, but just with patrons, where we can get together and talk about what's going on in our lives and just really get up close and personal. Without it being like, oh, okay, everyone else has to type, but we can see each other and talk to each other. And the Discord group, I try to post things there first. My banning from Facebook kind of threw me off a little bit, but you know, it's a way to be a little closer within my cosplay. So you get the images first. I mean, I throw out a teaser photo, but then you get all of the images that are put out in the set. And I've got tiers where you can get prints mailed to you. And I keep that super affordable. I've had guests on for our Zoom chats where I'll bring in like another cosplayer or a friend of mine to introduce to everyone and just that sort of thing. And we're starting to do movie nights coming up very, very soon outside of Twitch. So Twitch is something else I do, and I always give Discord like the heads up on that. But every Friday night, which I skipped tonight so that I could be here with you, we do movie night over on Twitch, and we watch super cool old movies and totally riff on them.
So like a Mystery Science Theater 3000 type thing.
Yes.
Big time.
But people keep telling me that they want to watch the Mystery Science Theater version, and it's like, you can't. That's theirs. So we got to do our own riffing, and I need you all to join me and talk some smack about these movies.
Well, I will say that as of, I believe, next Friday, so 1 week from today is my last Friday show. I'm going to start doing Tuesdays and Thursdays will be my days to do shows. So Fridays now will be open. So I will be going over there to watch you on Twitch.
All right.
Yeah.
More the merrier.
Yes, we need more people to like make some more noise and say some more things.
Oh, trust me, we got a rowdy enough group in here right now as is, and there's a few people missing. I know if we brought some more people over, then yeah, we could have some fun over there.
Yeah, that's what I want.
So with the Twitch, with the Patreon, with the books, everything that's going on and everything, and you're expanding the brand, what's next for 183 Degree Studio? Y'all are just moving up so much and so fast with different things. I know you're trying to conquer the world. I'm just trying to figure out the next step in there to get there.
I don't know if there is a next step.
So the next book series that we're working on is Unstable Frequencies.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a horror book. I'll let Alfred field that. I've been yakking for a lot. So you go ahead and talk.
So yeah, we've actually had a lot of things in the works for a while. We really like to have our stuff planned out and then kind of attack it in a way where we can incrementally build on it and introduce things in one book that are gonna pop up in another. So for anybody that's read Firebitch 1, you've seen already the host that's gonna be in Unstable Frequency. She's actually in the very opening of Firebitch 1, so you may want to check that out. And it's gonna be like a whole big huge thing on this kind of like higher concept supernatural horror thing, and I think it's going to be great. We're going to join that up with a few more books as well, and we're going to build like a whole thing, like a Caraverse.
Caraverse.
Caraverse, okay. That can get very interesting because I know the characters that are already in there are unique and how should I put this? They don't have much of a filter, which is good because it makes it more fun while you're reading what's going through there because they don't hold back on things. There is nothing that I have to go through there and read where I'm going, what is actually meant in this, what you're saying.
Yeah, don't overthink it.
It's crystal clear on there, which is fun. Like I said, it's one of those easygoing reads that just makes you feel better just by reading it, just because it's a good read. It's a good feeling, to go ahead and you'll laugh through it. If you don't laugh, there's something wrong.
Yeah, if you're not laughing, you're thinking way too hard. And I'm actually curious. I'd like women's perspective. And I got a few, but I'd really like more female side of things. Like, what do they think? And I think that they're not telling me because they're like, you're talking about me. If you think I'm talking about you might want to check yourself before you Shrek yourself, okay?
Oh, that escalated quickly.
Yeah, it escalated quickly. You want me to go slower?
Yes, go slower.
If you think...
No, this sounds like hellish because of the echo. So
I know. Hey, you got me before bed. I'm like over here practically in my pajamas. You're lucky I'm wearing a bra.
You were ready for movie night. Like I said, I appreciate y'all being on here and making amends to go ahead and be on the show with this because we definitely need to go ahead and talk about Firebitch 2 coming out. So get ready for that. When is the official that we're going to release and get on that remind me button? When is that going to be launched?
When it is?
Last week in August is what we're looking at currently.
So last week in August is whenever it's launching, but when are we going to do the remind me button? Or are y'all going to do that?
Well, whenever they approve it, it's a process.
Okay.
You have to get approved first, so we can't quite let that know, just in case there's any other issues. You just never know what's going to happen, and these are things that people are not really aware of when it comes to the ins and outs of, Kickstarter
and putting them all together. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, there's a lot involved. I mean, it's not just slap something on a page and it, magically just comes up to what y'all get it up to.
Yeah, don't put the cart before the whore.
Sorry about Cara.
Now you make sure, just showing off the shirt one more time there, just trying to.
Well done. I feel every host should have this shirt.
I agree. Well, I have greatly enjoyed having y'all on here. We've discussed a lot of things with what you've got coming up and what you have worked on so far. And I know you've got a lot more that you're working on in the process as well. So we're definitely going to be looking forward to Firebitch 2 coming out at the end of the month. And
that's wonderful because we're putting Firebitch 2 out at the end of the month. Exactly.
What are the odds? It's such coincidence.
I know, right? It's like you read my mind, Phil.
No, that's a dangerous place. I don't want to stay in there too long.
Yeah, don't go there. Go back.
Go towards the But why don't you go ahead and give us a last shout out on where we can find you and everything, and go ahead and start following you. And then we'll go ahead and get you to where you can get back to work on this because we want to make sure Firebitch 2 comes out on time, end of the month.
Well, you can find me on Facebook. I am Alfred Trujillo Artist. And I am also on Instagram, Alfred183, on Twitter, Alfred183. And you definitely join my mailing list. The links are up on there for joining that, and keep in touch.
And I am Cara Nicole. You can find me as AZ Power Girl everywhere. And you can also find me through Alfred Trujillo.
Very cool. And you still have the mornings with Cara? Are you still doing that?
I just do that from time to time.
Okay.
Sometimes I just go on Facebook and I'm like, my God, what's wrong with everybody? And I just can't bring myself to do it because I'm like, someone's going to come out with something real stupid and I'm going to get stuck. Sometimes people will say, so I'll be like on a roll and I'm talking and then someone will say something and I'm like,
what?
So is that something that you guys enjoy when I do Coffee with Cara and I just pop on in the morning on Facebook?
As long as I am awake, yes, I enjoy it.
Well, with that guy next to you with that giant cigar, I don't know what's going on with you at night that you may or may not be awake in the morning.
I can neither confirm nor deny said statement.
Damn, I love you, Phil. You're awesome. See, like, who do I get to hang out with like this? I've been so stir crazy with the COVID lately that I don't get to see you people. So this is my way of socializing. And this is why you all don't want to hang out with me in public in the real world.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, now that I'm down here in Georgia and just outside of Atlanta, whenever they have Dragon Con, I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that you have a spot at Dragon Con so I can meet you.
I heard the devil went down to Georgia. Was it you?
The demon went down to Georgia. That's absolutely certain.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I can't use that as my theme song on here because they'll ding me for it. But yeah, I tried.
I just get the licensing.
Yes, you can just get the licensing for it.
Well, there you go.
It's like $10.
It's like $20.
It's like $20?
Yeah.
It's like $20. It's like $30.
That's funny.
We have an auction going on down here. You got a 20, when you go to 30, when you go to 40, when you go to 50,
Yeah, pretty good at that.
50, sold.
Phil just called you people. You have officially arrived.
Oh no.
Well, I appreciate y'all being on here very much, and I am definitely looking forward to seeing y'all on here again. And hopefully during the campaign for Firebitch 2, I can get y'all back on so we can go ahead and make sure that everybody's aware of what's available on there and they can see everything live on the show if y'all wouldn't mind doing that again.
Absolutely.
Yes, and I think we need to do a drinking game. Every
game
time Phil drops a y'all, you take a drink.
I'm not trying to die here. I'm just kidding.
I know I'm like 5 drinks behind now, 7 beers.
I might implement that on Unscripted on Saturday nights. I think that would actually work because on Unscripted we actually drink anyway. So yeah, I think that'd be a good one for that one.
Yes.
But
Sarah loves her idea.
I will go ahead and let y'all go for the evening right now. You don't have enough in that thing right now.
I got a whole fridge.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and put y'all. Damn it! Here we go again. I'm going to put you backstage. If you want to wait back there for me, I'm going to do my closing statements, and I'll be back there very shortly.
Sure.
All right. Thanks again for being here, and look forward to seeing y'all again next time. All right. Hey, we had fun with them up here. Got to learn about some of their projects they've got going on that are right now going on, and some of the things that they've got going on later on. Firebitch 2 is going to be huge. Definitely looking forward to that one. I did the review on the first one. I am looking forward to doing the second one as well, and hopefully going ahead and getting people excited to go ahead and jump up and get on board with that as well. Now, I always do a closing statement. Tonight's not any different than that. Tonight, I'm going to go ahead and go off of something, that we talked about in here because it's always going to be something about my guest. So tonight, it's about working together as a team because Alfred and Cara actually work together very well as a team. It's not just the drawing and the coloring. It's everything is actually teamwork with them, which is great. And in doing so, it makes it much easier for them to go ahead and work on the different projects that they have, because they are expanding on a lot of different things. So the point is, sometimes things that we come across in our life and everything are a little too much for one person to handle. So it's good to have somebody that you can actually lean on to go ahead and get some teamwork on that and work on it together. Maybe sometimes you go ahead and look to someone that you didn't think about and say, hey, maybe I can get a hand on this if you don't mind, and they may help you out. Then that's whenever you know who your real friends are and who your real people are that you're working with. So keep that in mind next time whenever you think you got something that's a little bit out of your handle that you can go ahead and take care of, and see if you got someone who can work with you. Hey, teamwork. In the meantime, you know, when you do that, you go ahead and keep it in mind that Keep It Indie, y'all, is in there. So y'all have a good one, and we'll see y'all on the next show. Unscripted tomorrow night. Don't miss it. We're going to have some great guests on there as well, and maybe even some reveals from new expansions on my show that I'll be talking about. So you don't want to miss it. So that is on YouTube only, so I don't get kicked off of Facebook. So I will see y'all next time. Keep it indie.